Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Jazz and I do adult coloring and art stuff. So I do both. So if you're here just for coloring, that's fine. If you're here just for art, that's also fine. If you're here for both, that's great. So today is going to be an art vlog video, and I did one last week and I talked about the things that I wanted to kind of do this week. And so this video will be me telling you the things that I managed to accomplish this week as far as my art goes, and the things that I want to work on next week. So grab a drink, grab a snack. I don't know how long this is going to be. It might be a long time, it might not, but let's get into it. So my plan every week is to do at least one spread in my sketchbook, and this is my main sketchbook. And last week I had said that if I do a sketchbook session with you guys, it would be in this book. But this one is like already being worked in. So my plan, if I do a sketchbook session with you guys, I'm gonna crack open the new one. And this one will just be specifically for sketchbook sessions with you guys. And this is the ELO sketchbook. It's the square, it's the 8x8. I haven't been on the ELO website in a while, so I don't know if they have other sizes or anything like that. But it's 122 pound paper, which is pretty good. And I think for both, I paid like, I want to say 20 something. Well, I didn't pay. I think my boyfriend got them at the time. So I think it was like 20 something for both. So this one will be for you guys. So back to what I was saying. Once a week, I want to complete at least one sketchbook spread. So I'm changing that to one sketchbook spread in either book. So if I do one in this book for the week, that counts. If I do it in this one, that counts. So this week I did my sketchbook spread in this one, and well, I guess it wasn't a full 2 pages, because I had taped in the business cards. I had met Barry Short at work, so I taped in his smile card and his keep smiling card in my sketchbook. So the only thing that I had to fill in was this. So I used this page to kind of plan out some thumbnails for some little 5x7 prints. Well, they're not really prints yet. I want them to be prints if I ever figure out how to do it. And also I want to work on, I did some little mini kind of preliminary sketches for a sticker set I have in mind. So I did finalize two. I did this one here and I did this one here, and I'll show you those here momentarily. But I also did some thumbnails for going into the city. I don't know if you guys can see any of this very well. Let me see if I can, because I don't know what all you guys can see very well. Everybody's lights and cameras and things are a little different, so I try to, not have glares and things like that. So this one would be them going into the city. That one would be them staring up at a castle. I was trying to do one of them going up the hill, but I didn't really like the idea after all, so I kind of scrapped it. And same thing with the fish. I wanted to show them carrying a giant fish out of the water that they just caught. but I scrapped it for now. I still want to approach the idea, but I want to get better at drawing fishes, which is what you see here. I was trying to sketch out a fish, but I only sketched out one, as you can see. So I want to practice more fish before I do this one. And also this one here would be them before they go fishing. They're just going to the Fish and Stuff Mart. And I was also, I had the idea of sketching the Fish and Stuff Mart owner. And then I was testing some Neo 2 colors for these two thumbnails. I don't really like how my nails work in this sketchbook. I think it's a little too rough for them or something. I mean, this isn't watercolor paper, but I didn't really like how they worked in here. So that was my sketch for the week. And next week I will either do another one and I will have a full sketch spread that I would have to do in that book, or I'm gonna do one in this book. Now this book I didn't really like the paper, but I'm gonna give it another chance. So I can either do, because all I have is like some random, I don't even know what this is or what this was supposed to be. So I can erase like this part here and just do this here for the week, because this page is pretty empty. Or I can just start a whole entire new spread. So I don't know, I might use this, I might do it in here and practice fish, since I want to do that fish market, those fish market thumbnails. And so I might do it in there. So moving into what I also did this week, I did manage to re-put the hot chocolate stand onto watercolor paper. Now originally I had it on big watercolor paper, I believe, or I had it on Bristol board, I can't remember, but I like working on smaller papers, I noticed. So I put it on here, but I haven't colored it yet, but I did manage to put it on watercolor paper. And I like the look of my drawings when I outline them in red. And I also like the look of them when I outline them in brown or sepia. But the only sepia pen I have, it's like a 0.005. It's very, very tiny. So some of the colors kind of makes it disappear. So I need to get a thicker nib size for that. So I did manage to do that. I haven't colored it yet. And then I did have the thumbnail print. I had it on this little postcard paper at first, and I wanted to do it in watercolor, but this is just a postcard, but it's like really thin. So I think this one I'm just going to probably put in my sketchbook, and I'll probably color it in pencil because it's very thin. I don't even think marker would survive. So I put it on watercolor paper, and I did this with the Arteza Everblend markers, which I also got this week. This was very, very fun. I had a lot of fun using those. I think that's going to be one of my main water-based mediums that I use. It's very easy to control. It came out really nice. It came out exactly the way I wanted it to, nice and bright and pastel and just very spring-like. And then I also did this one as well. This one I used Neo colors and also the Arteza Everblend markers together. So I wanted to see if they worked together, and they do. And this one came out actually very, very vibrant compared to this one. So this one's much, much more vibrant. So I was also a little bit more, a little less scared with the markers on this one too. So I went back in and did some blending. You can see here, this color I really like. It's like a gray, but it has some red tints to it. And, you know, I went back in and added some shadows. I did the same thing on this one, but I was a little bit more nervous about it, so it's not as vibrant. And I think I used more water. This one I used more color, more pigment. So I'm still playing around with, you know, what I like to use and things like that. So I know I said I wanted to, and I'm just keeping my smaller ones in this little plastic thing here so I don't mess them up, because I know myself. I'll do something crazy like spill some water, and like I did last week. So another thing I did, and that I'm going to continue doing, is I did swatch my Arteza Ultra Blend, my new markers in here. So I did make a video. There's 3 videos about them because there aren't really any videos on YouTube that I could find. So I made 3 videos, and then I also I swatched my Colors of the World markers with water to see the colors that I can get from those. And I want to, this is going to be, I decided that this is going to be my swatch book. It's cold pressed. It's only 90 pounds. So I thought it would be okay for a swatch book. I want to swatch my toy markers in here at some point. Another thing that I did, and that I'm still kind of currently doing, was cleaning my palettes. These things were so stained and so just paint was everywhere. So I cleaned them so they can get back messy again. And I just sprayed some water on them, and you know, this one's still pretty bad, but I sprayed some water on them, and I just wiped them with a paper towel. And I found this weird little thing when I was cleaning up, and so that might be good for a palette. But I cleaned my Caran d'Ache palette. I don't even use this side, but this side I do, and it was a mess. So I cleaned that. I cleaned the one from my Paul Rubens palette. And then this one I just kind of wiped down. It was just kind of dusty. And this one I haven't quite gotten to. This I was using for acrylics. So I don't know how to get that off. I might not be able to. So I'm not worried about it because it's just for acrylics anyway. So I did some cleaning. And I did some overall cleaning anyway. Cleaned off my desk. I moved some things out of the way. I'm destashing. So there's a lot of things that I'm doing around my art area that needed to be done. And while I was cleaning, I found my tabletop easel. So hopefully I can learn how to properly use this thing. I guess when you're doing your work, it's supposed to be, you know, up and slanted or something of that sort. But normally I just lay it flat on the table and I do it that way. But I hear it's not good to do that. So also in my, I can't remember if I showed you guys that I did finish this one here after messing it up. His ear still looks a bit crazy, but that's okay. I can't remember, but I did finish it. I fixed it. It looks as good as I can get it. And then down here we did, I have to upload the video for this one, but this one's a video. At some point it will be uploaded, but I did that one. And then this one I based with my Albrecht-Dürer. I hate my Albrecht-Dürer in this book, so I won't be using them. So I'm going to finish this page off with probably some markers or some regular watercolors or something. And I didn't manage to outline. I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but I didn't manage to outline this one. I managed to crush my wrist somehow this week doing something at work. So that didn't get done. And I did make a big sketch of, if I can just find it. So these were the sketches of the ones that I colored already. There's the hot chocolate stand when I tried to make it smaller. But I also did this one, and I haven't put it on watercolor paper yet. I might make a few changes to it, but that is our friend. He is sleeping. He works in the shop sometimes, and he hates it, so he just does like paperwork and things like that for his dad. And so he thinks it's pretty boring, so he usually just winds up falling asleep, and his dad or his grandpa comes along and usually whacks him on the head to wake him up. But I don't have it on watercolor paper just yet, so I will get to it. It's just I crushed my wrist and it still kind of hurts, and it hurts to like turn it, and the swellings went down, but if you can see, it's a big swollen just lump. And even if I like, you can just see the swelling. So I've not been doing anything too crazy as far as like, drawing and things like that. I still did my Sunday stream, but I've been, once I crushed my wrist halfway through my work, schedule, I didn't do a lot. So for the upcoming week, I have some plans. For one, I want to swatch my acrylic paints in here. My Twi markers from Arteza, I want to swatch those in here, as well as all of the watercolors I currently own. Now, I might not get around to that, all of it, next week, but I do want to swatch my acrylics, if nothing else. I want to just swatch just the base color, probably not with a lot of water. I'll probably just open the tubes, pop some on the paper, and, do it like that. And I have it's just some random acrylics that I had bought off Amazon. This is the Norberg and Linden. And then I have some heavy body acrylics by Bria Reese. I got these actually, believe it or not, at the 99-cent store. The only one I did not get from the 99-cent store, I think, was the white. I actually had to go on Amazon, I think, and find that one, I think. I can't remember which one I got off of Amazon. I'm pretty sure it was the white, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to need another one, though. I don't know where it all went because I don't, use them that much. But I'm going to swatch them. I forgot how many acrylics is in here, but I plan on swatching those this week. And I have been eyeballing the Turner acrylic gouache sets. I've been eyeing the main set, and I've also been eyeing the Japanese or Japanese, or however they're saying it. I've been eyeing that set. I don't know if I will get it this week or next week, but I've been trying to figure out if I want those or the Holbein acrylic. So I also want to look into that. But I also want to probably get into, I don't want to say fixing because it's not really messed up, but I kind of want to finish this. It's almost done, but our friend here, this isn't the same as her. This is her brother, and just so no one gets confused, that's why they look alike. That is her brother. So that's why he is brown, in case anybody was wondering. But I do want to get around to, just completing this, just to say I completed it. And it's on some canvas. I got this canvas, I think, either from the 99-cent store, or probably, if I didn't get it from there, it probably came from like Ross or Marshalls or something. They have pretty good like prices for their canvas, and I'm not like the best at working with acrylics or canvases or anything like that, so I don't have any expensive canvases or anything like that. Dollar store. Even the Dollar Tree, I think they have them too. But like the 99-cent store has like the 2-packs, the 3-packs sometimes. So that's just where I get mine. So I do want to finish this week. So it's, I'm going to be more focused on my artwork because I do like drawing, and I want to get back into the practice of, drawing and things like that. And I want to share that with you guys. So also this week, if I manage to finish that one, I want to do our friend here on some watercolor paper, and we'll do that together. But I also want to do this one here, and my plan is to actually, instead of watercolor paper, I want to put it on canvas, because I think it would be fun to use some acrylics. And if I manage to get a set of the Turner or Holbein acrylics, if I can make up my mind on which one I want, maybe we'll do that on here. But I want to at least transfer it onto the canvas. And then I'm gonna put this one on watercolor paper, but I also, since I have some smaller canvases, I might put it on here. And it's actually roughly the same size. Actually, it is the same size. It's a little smaller, so I will have to create a border, but I'm gonna put probably that on canvas too, just to get some canvas practice in. I feel like I don't have any except for that one that I showed you, so I may get around to that, but that's only if I finish the one that I showed you. So if I don't finish it, then we'll get into it the next week. But at least I want to get them on the canvas, because that sketch could take a while. Plus, I want to know what works on the canvas. I know acrylics, but I meant like, as far as ink, or if I just sketch it in pencil and let the acrylic do the rest of the work, And I also have some very tiny canvases. I'm not sure what I'm going to put on them. These are 4x6. So these are actually like that postcard I showed you. That's the size of this. I don't know what I did with the postcard just that quick. I stashed it somewhere, but this is the size of that. So what we've been working on as far as the little prints is this paper here. So it comes with 25 sheets. I think I've gone through about 3 of them. So this is 5x7, so this is the same size as this canvas. So we'll do the watercolor one together per usual, and then I'll transfer the image onto the canvas, and either I'll do that myself or we can do it together. If you guys want to actually see me work on the canvas, just let me know down in the comments and we'll do it together. We can either do the big one or the little one. Completely doesn't matter. Ow, waving my wrist hurts. I also, because I want to purchase the acrylic gouache, I need to see what paintbrushes, and this is gonna sound crazy, but I need to see what paintbrushes I actually care about and which ones I don't, because some of these are probably gonna be for just my acrylics. Some of them are gonna be just for watercolor, and some are gonna be for my acrylic gouache when I do decide which one I want. So I kind of want to go through my paintbrushes, see which ones work, which ones don't, because some of them are like fairly cheap. I got them from random places. So I want to go through them and see. Like, I have this really giant dusty Artify one, and it's just random. I want to go through this bucket and see what works and what doesn't. And I also want to clean them, because some of them are like really dusty. Like, they left my hands. They've been sitting around for a while, and so I want to get around to that. And another thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go through my my pencil case here, and I stuck this in here because I'm gonna plan on writing down what's in my pencil case each week. So I'm gonna go through here and remove and add things per usual for the week as well, because it's bulky. It's nice and bulky, but some of that stuff I didn't even use this week, so I'll get around to that as well. So I'm just trying to get into the habit of being more organized and practicing more on drawing something every day or every week. I'm saying every week just to make it sound a little less daunting, because if I say every day, I'm going to stress myself out. So if I say every week, then it won't, it doesn't sound as crazy. And I have plans on kind of going through my art book that I have, and it's okay, come on now, here we go. I plan on going, it's by James Gurney, and let me just, okay, this is the color and light one, so I just kind of want to, I don't want to read the whole thing, but I just kind of want to flip through it and get a feel for how he does color and light and things like that. I have read a little bit, and it's a really good book for learning, but I just kind of want to get the feel of some of these like pictures and how the light works and things like that. So I might do that. I might take it to work, and while I'm just sitting at work, I can just kind of look through it and see how it how it works and things like that. And maybe I'll sketch some things, like I can sketch this, try to anyway, and try to recreate the light, just trying to learn a little bit. I am self-taught, but I have these books, so I might as well use them. I have the Color and Light, and I also have his Imaginative Realism book. They're both pretty good. I have a couple art books, not a lot. I actually only have like maybe five or six. So that is what I've done for the week and what I have planned for next week. Realistically, I don't know if I'm going to get everything I said in this video done, but we'll see. And let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see something specific. We'll do that together. If you really do want a sketchbook session, I will try to push one out next week. I don't know what we're gonna sketch. It can be totally random. We can do like a random generator thing. But if you'd like to see that, let me know down in the comments, and I'll get that working for you guys. All right, that's it. That's all I have for you guys for right now. I will see you the end of the week to tell you what I've done for the week. Per usual, I'm gonna try to keep these vlogs up so you guys can follow me in my art journey here. I do have like a little, I'm starting like a little checklist for my art. It's also, my coloring stuff is in here too, but I want to, I have like a little book, and it has my coloring stuff, and it has my art stuff and my YouTube stuff. So I'm just making a checklist of things that I want to do in this book. So I keep that nearby. But I'll see you guys next week, or at the end of this week, and we'll catch up. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.